back. Season 2, episode 5. We're here with Chad from Utah Court Surfacing. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited to kind of learn all the things about how to build a pickleball court and kind of everything that goes into that.
Yeah,
so
sounds great.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I haven't seen any podcast to bring on a person that actually builds the pickleball courts.
I haven't either.
Right? So we might be the first.
Oh, how about
Hopefully.
that? I also don't listen to all of the pickleball podcasts out there, but
Neither do I, so I'm just assuming.
I like it.
I'm
I
good
like
with
it.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, let's go with it.
I love it. So it's March as this episode's getting released, and we're just really excited to hopefully have a couple of our guests will be small business owners and from like the local area and that kind of support the pickleball in one way or another. The pickleball. I said that
You did.
on air. I like it.
I'm not cutting it either.
That's okay. All right, let's get into our highs and lows.
Okay.
You go first.
I don't have a high. I only have lows. So yesterday it was raining last night, and my son had his orientation at Lagoon because he got hired there.
Yeah.
And it went like 30 minutes over, and I'm already upset because I've been sitting in the vehicle for an hour because he gave me the wrong time that it'd be done. So I'm kind of already upset. And me and him had a squabble before we even left because he's a teenager and, you know, everything's a fight to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, whatever. So we drive, and people are going 60 in the fast lane and like 40 in the slow lane.
It's raining.
So what? Like, do people not know how to drive it?
Not in the rain if they can't see. I'm assuming it was dark out.
So I'm like, you know, like angry driving, and my
sure
son's
that made him so
looking at
happy.
me. Well, he's already made that comment, like, you're a horrible driver.
Yeah.
So maybe that fuels why, or, you know, that feeds why he thinks that.
I like
But I
that
was
2
so
weeks ago,
upset.
you're like, it's a mystery why he thinks I'm a bad driver. And now the truth comes out.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But that was just so annoying. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's just rain. Now, I
Sitting
can
in
understand if it was cold and slippery.
Yeah. I've hydroplaned and totaled a vehicle on the freeway.
Oh.
So I'm kind of like probably the person going 60 miles per hour. But I move over to the slow lane.
Yeah. Literally.
If I'm going 60.
All the way over to the left, they
Yeah.
were going 60.
Yeah, but I was only actually even going 35. I was trying to get up to speed on the freeway when I hydroplaned, and my car did like three 360s, and I hit the middle barrier. I don't know how I didn't like hit other cars or have any other cars hit me. It was Saturday at like 10 a.m. on I-15.
Here in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Just right after the Roy exit coming south.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my car still drove away somehow, but I got out. I got out and ripped my bumper off because it was hanging, and then I shoved that in the back of my car. And then I'm like crying because it was so scary, but I had already, this is so awful, I had already totaled a vehicle 6 months before that. So I was on like a plea in abeyance or whatever. So I didn't want the cops to come up because they obviously like, this wasn't my fault, guys. And neither was the other accident. But I got the ticket, and I would have got the ticket in this situation as well. But I like ripped my bumper off, shoved it in the back of my car. They totaled my car because it was a rebuilt, restored title, but it ruined the 4-wheel drive. So it was going to cost, it was going to cost a lot. But yeah, I called my dad crying. There was literally nothing he could do. I'm like,
Love to see the bumpers in the backseat of people's car.
Yeah.
Driving down the road.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, stay away from her car. She doesn't know how to drive. Anyways, yeah. So I know why those people, you were probably behind me.
Probably. Yeah.
I think it sounds like a dream to sit in a car in a parking lot for an hour.
Really?
Yes. Because in that, you want to know what that tells me? I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have anything to do. I just think that
I was bored.
so comforting.
Like, it was right
Get on
before.
social media. What do you mean you're bored? Scroll Instagram.
right.
No,
Ugh.
YouTube was there, but I wanted to watch State of the Union, and it just wasn't on yet.
Oh my God.
So-
You wanted to fall asleep?
It was actually kind of entertaining. I mean, anytime, you know, some people don't like President, which is fine, but you got to give him, he is entertaining and an idiot sometimes when he talks. So, yeah, anyway.
That's enough politics for
Yeah.
now.
But my second low was Tuesday night's league. I was playing with my partner for this weekend's tournament coming up, and oh my God, we were just having such a hard time. I don't know what it was.
What tournament do you have this weekend?
It is the Roy one. Is it the Clash?
Oh.
The Clash tournament that's coming up?
This weekend?
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh. God, I'm missing all the tournaments because of high school pickleball.
Oh man.
Ugh,
Well, that's the last
for
one.
the
So
kids. Yeah.
yeah. So she was playing bad. I was playing bad, and obviously it's not building my confidence for Saturday.
Sometimes
But I think we'll
feel
do
like when you
fine.
practice bad, you wind up coming in like guns blazing. You
Yeah.
guys will probably do great.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do
Are you
fine.
playing with Amber?
Mm-hmm.
You guys
But the only bad thing was too, and it wasn't bad. It was just like, wow, that set a different tone for today. Right before we started, there was an announcement that this lady who was playing with us, she just found out that she has like stage 4 cancer, and like everyone's like,
really somber.
and
Yeah.
like going up to her and stuff. I was like, wow, like I don't know if that was the right moment to bring this up. I mean, yes, everyone support her and everything like that, and
She needed it. That's what the pickleball community is here for.
true.
Right?
But the rest of the time, I was
But it
just
ruined
like,
your night, Rob.
no,
It's all about Rob.
not that aspect, but it put it in my mind of like wow,
Oh, yeah.
that was just crazy.
It's heavy information.
It's heavy,
right?
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It was heavy, and it was weighing on my shoulders
Yeah.
most of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel that.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's
yeah,
hard.
because my daddy's going through bone cancer right now, so
Yeah.
it's it hits hard. So,
Yeah, that is a low.
yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But anyway,
All right, Chad. What about you?
Okay, well, I do have a high.
Yay.
So I have 3 boys and a daughter.
Okay.
My boys all play soccer, and I've spent a lot of time outside of work. That's what we enjoy doing, is spending time with our kids and supporting them in what they do, and have traveled a bit with my elder sons for their comp soccer. And so this last weekend I was able to go down to St. George with my youngest son and spend some time with him, and he played great. His team did great, and so we had a good time, just me and him
Oh, that's
getting away.
fun.
And
That's what I was just going to ask. Do you guys like divide and conquer? I would imagine when you have multiple kids in sports, you have no other option, right?
yeah. The older ones can drive now, so that's good. When they can
that's
drive themselves to practice,
Yeah.
that's big.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that
but-
probably
Big
opens
day.
up your whole week.
But yeah, to be able to, I do most of the traveling with my kids.
Okay.
And my wife stays home. She's in grad school, so she's pretty busy at home.
Yeah.
It's a little easier for me to get away, especially during the wintertime when I'm not as busy.
Right. 4 kids in grad school. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. My mom was getting her bachelor's with 2 of us. I mean, we were able to fend for ourselves, but I would just like think about that. And when I did grad school, I didn't have any children. It was like, and I still complained. I was like,
Yeah,
how does
she's
anybody
a
have
champ.
time for this? Yeah.
And she keeps us all together and running.
Wow.
and
That's
all that,
awesome.
Yeah.
Good for her.
wow.
Yeah.
So that was definitely fun.
Did
That
he
was our
win?
high.
How did he do?
Yeah, they
in his
won.
tournament?
They won the tournament.
Oh,
Oh, heck
wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had a rough first game and then came back and won the rest of their games and were able to win the
That's
tournament.
so awesome.
Now, since the weather's been nice, was it outside or was it inside?
It was outside down in St. George. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so still some
I
cold
was
games,
just
and
gonna
it
say.
rained on us one night. The first
Yeah.
night, the rough game was in the rain, and but yeah, it's cold, but they still want to play and get out and have some fun. And
Plus, it's beautiful down there.
It
Those red
is.
rocks. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I have a coworker who was just down there this weekend and was just telling me that it was a little chilly and it rained. So I was just gonna ask how it was, but yikes. I feel like soccer though, that's a sport that they play in the rain regardless. Like even up
Yeah,
here
usually.
and it's cold and it's like cool. All of us spectators
Yeah.
are sitting out in the
Right.
rain in these stupid chairs in the cold. Your blanket's getting wet, it's not even keeping you warm anymore. Oh man.
yeah.
I'm
They'll
so
play in
glad
the
I don't have
snow. It's
kids.
just the lightning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's about the only time they cancel them usually.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what's so funny to me is we play pickleball and there's been so many times I've played outdoors in the summer and then we have like these lightning storms here in Utah, like these thunderstorms, right, that roll in the summer. And we're playing in these metal cages essentially and nobody stops. And I'm like, should we stop right now? Like, what are we doing? It's like, we've got rubber soles, no big deal.
Yeah, you're grounded.
Yeah.
Until you hear somebody getting struck.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is a good high. Did you have a low?
I did. So yesterday was 6 years since my dad had passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
so, yeah, I mean, so I went over to my mom's house and I was talking to her, and really probably the low was just seeing like her trying to deal with it and come to terms, because the last few years of his life he was really unhealthy, and so she was a caretaker, and that's really hard on someone to be a caretaker. And she told me last night, she's like, I'm starting to like him again, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
But yeah.
That would be really hard. I've never been in that situation, but I can imagine like you start feeling resentful, and then that would be really hard. And now she can kind of go back to the good memories.
Yeah, try to remember the good old days.
Yeah. Oh man, good for her. I mean, 6 years is a long time, but it's also not a long time.
Right.
I was just telling that to somebody because I just had the anniversary of my mom's death. It was 11 years. But I'm like, how does it 11 years? Because sometimes it feels like it was 40 years ago and I'm not even 40. And some days it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, death is a weird, stupid thing. But I guess we all have to deal with it at some point. So
yeah, and it was different for him. It was kind of in a way, a good thing for him because his suffering was done. But
yeah,
so now we can all hopefully get back to the way it was and remember the old him, like you said, and remember that we actually did like him.
Yeah. Did he have dementia? Do you mind if I ask?
No, he just he was really overweight, and then he was super unhealthy, and so he was bedridden for the last couple of years, and so that's a lot of work to.
Yeah, and I imagine really unhappy.
Yeah, it was pretty miserable just to be stuck in bed and
that would
not feel comfortable all the time.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. Well, my highs and lows, I don't really have any. Well, I guess that's a lie. I do have a high, but it's kind of a weird one. We had draft league last night at the Roy Kitchen, and our team barely made it into the playoffs. We were like a wild card, so it was super exciting to be there. And we had to play the first seed team.
Oh.
Clint was like, so he's one of the owners of the Roy Kitchen, and he was like, I said, we mean we have to play the first seed team? And he's like, you mean to tell me that you thought you would sneak into the playoffs and not have to play and I was like, yes, I do. I do think that. I feel like just give us a break. So we played the number one seed, and there's a reason why they're number one. They went undefeated, and they played so well, but we took them to a dream breaker, and we lost 20-21.
Wow.
And we were up for the majority of the Dream Breaker, and they just came in hot. They played so well. So it was Shawnee's team.
Oh, okay.
They played so well. Her and Kathy Ulrich play really.
Is that Pam Hansen's team? Gotcha.
Yeah. And they just played so well. And then Casual Dinkers won.
Oh,
the team
awesome.
you support or sponsor. Savannah's team, they won last night. So it was just kind of a bummer. So it was like, that's actually my high, even though we lost, because we had a sub, even our captain was gone, and we still played that well with a sub that we'd never played before. Yeah. And so it was really a fun night. And everybody was such a good sport. For the most part, you get the yelling and the cheering for shots that I think we all know them. I've talked about this before, and maybe they've listened to the podcast and they knew it would get to me, and it did. It worked. But it just, it was fun overall. Like, it was fun to be able to make playoffs, which I feel like I've talked about this, and I've been on draft league teams and I always am on or a part of a really great team. Mm-hmm. And I never make it to the freaking playoffs, and it makes me so mad. And I think that was we had a great team this season, but for some reason we couldn't pull our heads out of our asses until the end. And so we barely skipped in, and then we lost it. But it's okay. It was fun.
It's a bummer, but on a high note. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then my low was just work in general. I'm kind of sick of doing that.
Unfortunately, we got to keep doing it.
I hate it. Don't say that. You just made it worse, Chad. Yeah, I'm kind of over it. I'd like to talk to the woman who went for women's rights and getting us to vote and work. Whatever happened to why can't I just stay home? So yeah, work has been really not good. So it's okay though. It's fine. I'm grateful to have a job. I'm grateful to have an income. I'm going to keep saying that. And then that's it. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get into learning about you and your business and all the courts you've provided all of us here in the Northern Utah.
Yeah, we've been a part of a few of them. So
yeah, I love it. All right.
Yeah. So tell us about your company, how you got into construction in a sense. And yeah.
Okay. So my business partner and I, we had a business where we installed retail display fixtures, and we were contracted for a company out of Chicago, and they would find jobs for companies like us nationwide, and we'd all go execute those. And he was building his house and put a pickleball court in, and he wanted to put the surface down. And so he called one of the manufacturers, and they said, well, we don't sell it to anybody. We don't sell it to the public. And he's like, all right, I'll find somebody else because I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I'm not going to pay somebody else to do it. And they eventually called him and said, hey, how about we train you to do it, and then we'll sell you the product. And we'll give you leads as well. And he's like, I think he said yes just to get his court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, sure.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
come and help me do that too while you're at it.
Yeah.
So we did his court. They came out and trained us and got us going. And we're like, great. And then sure enough, they started sending us leads. And so the first year, we only did a few courts, and it was a side gig for us.
Kind of an accident, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just like, hey, we can make a little extra money during the summer while we're, not so busy and learn something new.
Yeah.
And it eventually turned into a full-time thing, and that's all we do. We don't do the other stuff so much anymore. We build a lot of pickleball courts, and it's been great.
That's great. That's so cool. So you mentioned, what were you doing before? Retail what?
Displays and signage.
Oh, okay.
So you go into Maverick.
Right.
We would do a lot of displays for them.
Oh, okay. So like the actual shelving.
Some of the shelving.
And then like the sign outside.
Not the big one, but like any of the window signs.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Some of it, we've hung neon signs in windows,
Oh.
stuff
got
like
it.
that. So
you could have hung our neon sign.
yeah, we would have been happy to.
Dang it. Actually, the guy that did it did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put up a few of the banners for Britain in Kaysville at the Kaysville Pickler.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, for Britain at the Kaysville kitchen.
or Kaysville
Yeah.
Kitchen, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Britain.
no, fine. You're fine. He'll be fine. They're just right next door to
Britain's
each
not going
other.
to forgive me for that one.
He might not actually. Just kidding. So have you guys done? So tell us, like, our local places here. Which places have you done the courts for?
Okay, so we'll start with the original, Brian Lee in the Shed.
Oh, you did those courts?
We did those
We
courts.
just had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I knew Brian actually in high school, but we didn't connect that way. He connected with my business partner first.
Okay.
Went out there. They had that truck shop. They were putting up some walls,
Yeah.
putting in some fans, trying to insulate it, figure out how to keep it warm. It was during Thanksgiving time. We had a big snowstorm during that time. I remember there was like 6 inches of snow, and we're trying to mix the product outside.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it was new for us to do it indoor. Some of the water out of the paint evaporates, so it was getting on the ceiling and dripping on the courts, and we were trying to figure out how to fix that.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
And then after them, we started with George in Austin. We did the UNA Pickler Forum. It was a lot bigger than the Shed.
Yeah.
Felt like
Yeah, it was 7 courts.
jumping up to 7 courts
instead of
from
4.
And then we've worked with Britain in the kitchen. Sorry again, Britain.
We love you, Britain.
Yeah, we've done all of Britain's courts, all of the kitchen ones. We have one set to do out in Roosevelt
Oh yeah.
coming up
right.
this spring. They've dealt with some construction delays, which is pretty common.
Yeah.
But with the Pickler, we've done all of their Utah locations. We've done 2 of the Colorado ones, Henderson.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I've played on almost all the courts that you've done. I feel so privileged. They're great courts.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
They are.
I think all of our listeners would probably say the same. Yeah, so go ahead, Rob. Sorry,
Oh,
I can
yeah.
tell you
So how long have you been in construction? Is it something like did your dad, or is it just something you jumped into after like high school?
Yeah, so it was a neighbor that we originally started working for. My business partner is my first cousin,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
which is kind of unusual, but we've been able to maintain a good relationship and
That's good.
and
That
still
is
be
good.
friends and cousins
Yeah.
and see each other at family parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Still like to go to family parties?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And then when we started doing the retail stuff and it kind of got our feet into it, he's a big do-it-yourselfer. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, just not as big as him. And got into that and kind of got us exposed to some of that stuff. And then he built his own house. He was the GC for it, and that's when he wanted to put in his pickleball court.
Oh, yeah.
And so got our our general contractor's license, and
That's pretty
That's really
went
cool.
all
The
in from
rest
there.
is history.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. So, since you guys did his first court, have you had to research? Like, since now you've done all these courts, I'm sure you've learned things, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, we still learn all the time.
And so you're probably like, let's tear this up and redo it. Have you done that?
So he put a pool in since,
Oh, okay.
and they drove a track hoe across it.
Oh my God.
And so we did redo his court too.
Because
Gotcha.
you had to because of
The
that.
concrete stayed, but we were
okay.
able to resurface over it
okay.
and do the base layer and then change the colors up. He was able to change the colors.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
Yeah.
What color does he have?
It's gray. It's ice blue
Okay.
and like a charcoal gray.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That sounds
Wouldn't that
nice.
ice blue be hard to see the ball?
It can be in the sun.
Yeah.
And also, those lighter colors, they get dirty easier.
Oh, I bet.
And so
Yeah.
and they're all out. I mean, the outdoor courts, you probably see on the indoor courts too, they get dirty.
Oh.
And so the lighter colors, you see it a lot more for sure.
So what type of concrete is utilized? Because I heard it's like some type of tension, like high tension or low
Yeah, so there's two different options.
Okay.
The one you're talking about is called post-tension.
post tension. Okay.
Yeah, that's the preferred method. If you can go that route, it does cost more money because it's more concrete. But that way they put cables in the concrete
Okay. Rebar.
instead of rebar.
Oh,
It's actual cables.
like wire cables?
Yeah, like the big, thick,
Really?
braided cable.
Is that supposed to help with like your joints?
No, it doesn't help with
Interesting.
that. So it runs through the concrete pad and actually out of the forms. The cables stick out of the forms.
Okay.
And the reason it's called post-tension is because once the pad of the concrete is poured, they come back and they put a hydraulic machine on the side of that, and they actually pull that cable tight, and it pushes pressure on the outside of the concrete from both sides.
Yeah.
And so it's actually creating tension and putting the concrete under pressure, which holds it together.
Okay.
And the benefit of that is it's less likely to crack.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'd never even heard of that.
Yeah. And the
Interesting.
reason why I asked that is because recently we played at Premier Pickleball down in Harriman this weekend, the high school pickleball, and they were talking about how their courts have like cushion in them to help with like joint stuff to like so that you're not like like your muscles and joints aren't exhausted. So then when you said like cables instead of, I think that's where my mind was going. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You know, you think of a cable or a cable
Yeah.
bridge and then
I mean, I guess
a
it'd
suspension bridge, right?
Softer than
Yeah.
rebar, I guess.
But yeah, so it's more concrete, which is why it's more expensive. You have to be
more
certified
dense.
to do it. Yeah, it's a thicker slab. They put a bigger slab around the edge
Okay.
to hold in that pressure. And where like a rebar reinforced court, you know, you see rebar in your driveways and sidewalks. But what do you see in all of your driveways and sidewalks?
Cracks.
Yeah.
Well,
lines.
you do control joints.
Yep.
So you can do saw cuts and
right.
cut those in, but they're there to crack. They're control the cracking because there's nothing to hold the concrete from moving out necessarily.
Gotcha.
You have the rebar that keeps them from separating and lifting.
Do you
So
know what?
probably the biggest thing is you see hairline cracks in a rebar court.
I am. This is a crazy analogy, and you guys are probably going to think I'm so silly, but maybe other people. I'm just like associating this to how I do sourdough, and I like carve in to where the sourdough has to, because it's going to split regardless.
Yeah.
So I carve in to like control where the splitting happens. I'm comparing sourdough to concrete right now. My dad would be so proud of me.
It's exactly right, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we know concrete, we know asphalt, it's going to crack.
Yeah.
Right.
When you look at our roads, you look at our driveways, sidewalks, everything has control joints in it.
Right. This is how I wish. So I taught my dad how to make sourdough, but he used to do concrete and things like he's poured a lot he used to work at Hill. And I wish I would have known this before because I feel like this would have made sense to him. So now we're going to clip this so that I can explain it to Papa Willie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Help him with the sourdough.
Yeah, exactly.
See, my dad has done concrete all of his life, more so sidewalks and that kind of stuff. So when I was younger, I would go and really not do anything, but I would help him work, trowel and stuff like that. But
So you're probably more familiar with the rebar part.
correct. Yeah. I mean, he did almost all of the sidewalks around Penn State University
Oh, wow.
and a lot of interior stuff too. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But as reference, like the pickler, the kitchen, they're all buildings that were already there for the most part.
Yep.
Right.
Those are all rebar concrete pads.
Right.
And you'll see, if you look, you can see hairline cracks start to show up.
Yep.
But the benefit of the rebar in there is that they don't lift or they don't drop, and then you don't have a tripping hazard like you see on sidewalks a lot of times.
Right.
Yep.
You'll see in like the community courts, like Kaysville is a post tension pad,
Interesting.
and some of the like city courts, they'll work the budget and try to do post tension because it's going to last longer.
Right.
It's going to be a better finish.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't, when it cracks, it essentially becomes independent pieces of concrete, and they can still move up and down.
Yeah.
And so those can wear out a little quicker. But the theory with post tension is it's, a standard pad is 30 by 60, and in theory you could take a crane and lift that whole piece of concrete up together, and it would stay together.
Huh.
That's crazy. How thick are you going?
So the rebar is a standard 4 inches.
I was going to say 4.
Yeah.
But with this one, I would assume.
Post tension in the middle is generally 5.
Okay.
And then the border edge is usually 12 by 12.
Oh, okay.
So it's the prep is kind of drops down at the edges, and then they have that extra strength there to put pressure on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I would assume majority of the indoor courts are non-post tension due to most pickleball facilities are already, the facility was already there and they just converted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So then when you're actually putting in those courts, is there prep work, or are you adding some sort of layer before you're just painting on? Like, you're not just painting on lines and painting that court first, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. So if we're going into a pad or a piece of concrete, we'll generally use acid and acid etch it.
Yep.
Get it really clean. We pressure wash
say
it.
yep, like Do you
No,
know?
I know about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
His dad
Then
did
cure it and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same. Actually, I knew it too.
She did.
It's the same with sourdough, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Acid.
Sure.
you know.
Sure. Mhm.
Yeah, Rob would know all about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
So, but the acid and pressure wash, that really opens up the pores, makes the concrete, you want to obviously not have dust or anything on it, so
Right.
that there's nothing in between the concrete and the painted surface. When there's a court that's rebar that has the saw cuts, we fill those with concrete and acrylic mixture. But the biggest thing, like I said, is we tell everybody it's still going to crack. It's going to be smooth and look perfect when we're done. But at some point, for whether the ground moves or temperature changes and the concrete shifts a little bit, you can see hairline cracks come back. And then between the actual surface and the concrete itself, we put down it's an adhesion promoter. It's kind of like a glue or a primer, helps the surface stick to the concrete.
Okay.
And then that's when we start putting down the painted acrylic surface.
Interesting. So what is the painted acrylic, sir? Like, it's not just paint, right? Like, there's got to be something a little.
Yeah, so
thicker.
it's formulated to do this
okay,
specifically.
Okay.
And it's acrylic, and then we do add sand to it. That's what gives it the texture.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, that was one of the questions.
And
what gives it its grittiness?
Yeah, so basically there's 5 layers to a when you paint a court.
Oh, okay.
There's a base layer that's black. It's called resurfacer. It uses actually a bigger grain of sand. Believe it or not, there's different sizes of sand. That helps to fill in any imperfections.
Okay.
Smooth it out, and kind of, you prime a wall before you paint it. It's kind of a similar thing.
Kind of like a leveler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it won't, it'll level small things, but it wouldn't
do
a huge imperfection or bird bath or anything like that. And then the top layers, the paint, the colors that you see, uses a finer grain sand, and it's a different ratio. The base layer has more sand in it than the top layers.
Oh, okay.
You can
Smaller grain.
you can actually change that, and if you want to change the speed of the court as well, it's a bigger thing with tennis.
Okay.
Is they can use the bigger grain sand and more sand to slow down tennis balls.
Interesting.
And I think you can do it a little bit with pickleball as well.
So would you recommend that to customers, like if they were having their own pickleball court built into their backyard, maybe it was like an older couple, would you like recommend something like that? I don't know, to slow down the pickleball?
And I would assume those are options you can present to them when they're building.
Yeah, generally we wouldn't necessarily tell them that it's going to slow down the pickleball enough that they would notice.
Gotcha.
Right.
We are doing a test with the pickler in Kaysville. We did on a couple of the courts a heavier grain sand to see if they notice.
Interesting.
That sand is also what you wear off when you play at the kitchen line and it starts to see smooth spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because you've worn all that sand off.
Gotcha.
And it's worn out of that.
Yeah. Huh.
We'll have to ask you after.
Yeah, I want to know on court. That's so funny. Yeah, that's so interesting. I mean, so then you've got 5 layers. So you got that first black one, and then you've got the one that you come in.
So
over.
2 layers of the border color.
Oh, okay.
So like, and we paint the whole court that border color.
Okay.
Because it gives you a better build up.
Gotcha.
There is the option where you can come in first once you have the base coat and paint the pickleball color right on top of that. But we do the whole court, the whole concrete pad.
Right.
Because it gives you more build up.
Right.
It's going to give you a longer lasting surface.
Right. Just
is
another
how we
form
look at
of
it.
primer or something.
Yeah, and then we paint the actual pickleball court color on top of that.
Okay.
So that's how you get the 5 layers where you're playing.
And your lines are last.
Mm-hmm.
And so do the lines have any sand in them?
They do.
For yours.
Yeah.
But have you heard or do you know of is it a finer grain sand? I just feel like sometimes the ball skips on lines. Yeah, it could be, but I'm just like wondering because maybe that might be the case for you guys, but I'm wondering if there's other companies who don't put any sand in that.
You can buy it untextured.
Oh, okay.
But we buy the textured line paint.
Okay.
And actually for the pickler in the kitchen, we add more sand to it.
I like it.
Because we know that so many people give them feedback that the ball is skipping on the lines.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And we just helped the guys with down in Bluffdale at the Bluffdale pickler, put the line paint down, had more sand in it, and their club manager's still like, it still skips too much. Oh. And we're like, we've gone above and beyond.
You're like, put some super glue down there and sprinkle some sand on.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I remember F5. Did you guys do F5
We
courts?
did not, no.
Theirs skipped so much. And I just will say, I would have said that if you did. I would have wondered if you learned it from them. But I'm glad to hear that you didn't. Theirs, and that's where you said you started to play.
Pretty much,
Did
yeah.
you notice that?
No.
I never noticed a ball skipping until I went to play there. And I was like, oh, that's what you guys mean by that. Like, I would notice it so much.
I still don't think I've noticed, to be honest.
Because you play at the pickler in the kitchen, where yours truly.
There's extra sand on
this guy
Yeah.
does it. Yeah.
I got the professional grade.
Yeah, exactly. Paying those professional prices, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I know. That's so funny. Okay. What's next?
So let's say kitchen or pickler or any type of indoor pickleball court facilities being built, but the facility is already there, but the courts aren't level. The concrete isn't leveled. So what would you do in those situations?
Or if there's cracks in it, right?
Well, he already said he fills in.
Yeah,
the
we
cracks.
fill in
But
the cracks.
if there's a big crack, you're filling in the big cracks too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're doing that before you even put that textured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I missed that.
and we use a similar type of concrete mixture to level those imperfections out.
Gotcha.
For instance, the St. George pickler was terrible.
Was
Yeah.
it?
It was like an old Rite Aid or something like that,
Yeah.
but it had changed multiple times, and they had troughed the concrete out to make room for the electrical going to the different cash registers and stuff like that.
Yikes.
And we covered some metal. There was a hole that was never ending that we couldn't get filled with dirt and everything.
My
And
gosh.
Dang.
Like a sinkhole right in the middle of a court.
yeah. But so we had to fill and level all those out as best we could. All of those indoor facilities are generally a smooth concrete, and so we had to grind those or use like a blaster and use the little pebbles and sandblast it basically to open up the finish.
Yep. And where you can tell is Pleasant View's kitchen, right on court. What is it? 5 and 1. The one it's closer to the wall. There'll be a break within the court, grittiness, and then it's real smooth in one area,
Interesting.
closer to the wall.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Huh.
So
I haven't noticed that. Well, I've only played there once. I haven't. Sorry, Carson. I was actually going to possibly go there tonight to watch and support one of the leagues, but yeah, I haven't played there. It's so far.
it is. It's a drive, and I go there every Thursday. So.
Yeah, see? I've noticed some of like the unevenness at Roy. Mm-hmm. And I wondered, but theirs were already pickleball courts so I think you guys just redid the coloring and stuff for those.
Yeah, and back by those doors where they had the docks, and there's some
That's right.
some pretty big imperfections back there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still playing on them every week, and I love them.
I don't have an issue with them.
Yeah, but there are times when I'm like, "Whoa, it seems like I'm going uphill here."
I'm trying to think. I haven't really been on any indoor courts that Well, I guess when the PPA came here and they were at the convention center, they laid down those pickle roll pre-made courts, but there was like little bumps and stuff in them, and I know a lot of people were complaining about, especially the pros, because I think there was one little bump on championship court,
Right.
and there was a big complaint about it.
Was there a bump, or was there an actual seam?
It was a bump. I think it was an electrical outlet cover.
Yeah.
Oh, in the grant, yeah.
And that's why I was asking if you level them, because I would assume, let's say a warehouse has a drain pipe. How would you fill it in, or per city code or something? You're not allowed. Yeah,
it depends. Like the Lehigh Pickler has the little drainage caps where they have to be able to access them so they can clean out.
So then you had to build. So then that's where.
So we had to take concrete and smooth around it and try to smooth it out, but you still have to leave it exposed so that they can get the clean out. So
you would have your courts built around that, though, I'd imagine.
Yeah, you have to paint around it, and then you'll see like a little copper cover.
Right, but you don't have that right in the middle of a court, is what I'm saying. So like if you
generally
have that
try not
here,
to,
right?
Yeah,
like
you try
you're
to adjust them, but
if you're trying to maximize your pickleball, you might.
That's where the Pickler's little construction manager guys got to figure those things out.
Yeah, and if they want to pay, they can have them moved and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, true. Yeah, you
get
can
them
move
out of
them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Out of the way.
It's probably worth doing that.
I did just go to that Lehigh Pickler. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a big facility.
It is huge.
Is it?
It's got like 14 courts, I think. It's nice too.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I know, but
Kaysville has what, 15?
Yeah, but you don't expect. I mean, that's like their headquarters. And I know that there's picklers all over the U.S. now that are being built at that size, but we don't have a ton of like. And I mean, it's just nice. It's nice. Okay, I'm allowed to say that.
And Kaysville went to 14.
Yeah, they're at 15.
They expanded one of the middle ones, and then they took out that back one.
That's right, for the gym.
Yeah,
for the gym, and then
it does look a lot better.
Area.
I have to say, it looks a lot better. Yeah,
I like the little gym space. Mm-hmm. There's never anyone in it.
I know.
I've stretched in there a couple of times.
Stretching makes sense, but I'm not going to be like lifting weights or anything when I'm in there. But they're giving more things to do
for your membership.
For your membership, so and I like that.
I do too. I do like that. That's a good thing. That's a positive.
Got to get some positives in there sometimes.
Yeah, for that membership price. I just canceled my membership actually. Ooh.
Really?
I did.
Yeah, I just paid for my re-up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't want to do the full year. And because I've been playing so many different places, because I try to support everybody, I did get a punch pass. So I'm trying to just see financially, like, what makes the most sense. Paying annually, paying monthly, paying for a punch pass, and paying each time I go, or... Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out all the...
Or getting a friend that can put one in their yard.
Yes, yeah. Nothing's fitting in this yard. My grill barely fits. So I do. If any friends have space.
Yeah, like my next door neighbor, they put in a pole barn, and they did a post tension pad back there.
Oh, that's nice.
It's nice. So
yeah.
She's pretty popular. Do it? Yeah. We did the surfacing.
Okay.
The pole barn builder did the concrete.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. That's pretty cool.
So are most of your primary jobs individual courts at people's houses, like personal ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many indoor facilities that are going in now.
Right.
Well, are you guys doing the new one that's coming to Syracuse?
No, I don't think so.
Pickleball Kingdom? Or something like that?
Yeah, supposedly. I mean, that came out in September. I haven't seen any news on it since.
I haven't. No, but there's supposed to be 15 indoor courts going in West Syracuse.
They announced that the day that I literally was taking my dad on a little drive around to all
That's
the kitchens to
That's
see if
right.
he wanted to go in on one with me.
Yeah.
And then the next morning they freaking announced that. And I was like, are you kidding me?
it.
Yeah.
Are they building a new building for that, or
I don't
That
know.
I don't
something
know.
existing out
See,
there?
that's the
Is there
thing.
something that
I'm
big?
trying to
don't know
think
if
of
there
what
is
building
anything.
would. I don't know.
Syracuse. It didn't say that it was taking over any space.
No, but they didn't provide a lot of information.
And there's
either,
been
so-
nothing since that I can think of.
So
I haven't
maybe-
actually looked into it though, so
Yeah.
I don't want to say, but yeah, that's interesting. So are you in this area? So
Yeah.
you said your neighbor and she's pretty popular. Now
Yeah,
I'm
she's in
curious.
Kaysville.
Oh,
She's west of the Pickler, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now I was thinking I might know who it is, but now I think I'm drawing a blank. So you'll have to just tell us. We can.
I don't know if she wants me to say her
Okay,
name
we'll
out.
do it afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll do it after because now I'm curious.
I live close to that way. I live close to Shoreline.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually right across the street from Shoreline. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Kelly said that his mom, Gloria, she has one. So that's initially who I was thinking. And he said she's
Yes,
really well
it's
known.
not
I was like,
Gloria.
we've all played at her courts, so we know. But she has.
I haven't.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
She has an indoor and an outdoor one though, like one in a barn and then one outside. So when you were saying that, I was like, wait a second, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we did Troy. We did No Regrets out there in Layton,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
his single
Yeah.
court.
oh,
But to answer your question, yeah, majority of them are backyard courts going in.
I've
Yeah.
actually never played at No Regrets. Is that still like a thing? Is that
Yeah,
still-
it actually
Oh,
is. Yeah.
Sorry, we should have him on. I've never played there or anything. I know
Yeah.
nothing about this facility. So
Yeah, they're pretty
right off
interesting too
Gordon.
because he and his business partner bought C&D nets.
Yep.
okay,
So,
so
they,
I think
they
I
do that out
actually
of there as well.
I
Yep.
think I do know him actually then because I think I met the people that do C&D nets. I met in Northern California,
Uh-huh.
and they had just bought it.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah,
probably met
that-
Troy and Tyler
such
out
a
there.
small world.
right.
Did
Well,
you
small
also
pickleball,
do
really.
bird pickleball down in Murray?
No.
No.
I've
So
never
they
even heard of
were.
bird pickleball.
Oh, really? They make that weird paddle that's like ergonomic where it comes out this way.
It's weird looking.
It is. I've never played with
It
it.
has
but
like
they-
a.
but
Well, I was
they-
gonna say it has a handle. All paddles have a handle, but it's weird.
Yeah, but it's like a pistol grip
Yeah,
Really?
almost,
It's
and it
weird.
comes out this way.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it comes off of this.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's very interesting. But they make regular paddles and stuff. But they first started making belt buckles, tactical belts, and things like that. That's how they started their business.
Interesting.
And then they moved into the pickleball realm because they fell in love with pickleball. And I think they had, oh man, how many courts down there? Like 6 or 7 courts that they did next to their manufacturing facility. And I think Britton was actually looking into buying it, but I don't know. I think it may have fell through or something. But
We're just here spreading rumors, guys.
yeah, just
We're buying facilities for Britain.
yeah.
So you've mentioned like so many locations that you guys have done. Is it just you two?
No,
Okay.
actually, so he went and he works for the Pickler now. My business partner does.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And,
So now it's just you. Just-
Yeah, so I run everything. I have one guy that stays with me through the winter.
okay.
And this year we had a couple of the guys around. We were able to do some of our single indoor facilities, people putting in pole barns or in their houses.
Right.
Yeah.
But we painted some lines yesterday on an indoor wood court. We do that type of stuff to stay busy during the winter.
Yeah.
If we don't have any big facilities going on. But during the winter, or during the summer, we run 3 crews. We have 12
Wow.
guys.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot to manage. Good for you guys.
Are you
Yeah.
hiring?
I might
Always.
want a new job.
Always, yeah.
I
a
know
lot of
nothing.
a lot of those guys are college guys, so it works out well. They go back
Oh,
to
yeah.
school, and
That's perfect.
Gotcha.
our season's over because there are temperature requirements, and obviously if it's wet, we can't
Yeah.
be
Right.
painting outdoor courts.
Yeah. So you're kind of just on you're kind of on call, I guess, or let you know when we don't. Like I got a text message today, my car wash. We're shutting down for inclement weather. And I was like, what inclement weather? I was like, this message supposed to come
Did you not
yesterday?
see last night all that rain that we were getting? Causing people to drive super slow.
Yeah, but that was
first
last
storm
night.
of
That
the
wasn't
year.
today. Yeah, first storm. Here we
How
are.
do we
the end of
drive
February.
again?
Yeah, so I would guess like you'd have to just kind of give them like last minute or like if they anticipate they're working all week and then all of a sudden a storm comes in, you're like, not this week, guys.
Yeah, and that's hard sometimes, but we work a lot of hours during the summer,
Yeah.
and so
That's so great. Are you guys already booked out for summer and stuff? Like, if
not-
somebody wanted to put in a court today, how far out are you booked?
So we're booking the surfacing already for May,
Okay.
and that's when it gets warm enough. But we can pour the concrete and put pads in now. We're working on a post tension court in Layton
Okay.
that we're going to be putting in the next couple weeks. We have a North Ogden indoor court that's coming up. We have one in Kaysville of a guy that remodeled an old house and he put a court in behind it, and so he's got
People with money.
Is he single? Just kidding.
He is not.
How long does it take? Like, how long is the process from like start to from the day that you guys kind of break ground to the day that I could play on a court? How long does it take?
So that's interesting because if we're pouring the concrete for you, and I have my nice Utah accent, so sorry, pouring
in Layton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be, we can pour a quart and get the concrete done in about a week.
Okay.
But once it's down, there's chemical reactions going on in the concrete. So it actually has to sit for close to 30 days before we put the surface on it.
Oh, that's so hard.
Right? So that's why it's better to do it now
Yeah.
while it's still cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it can be ready to go as soon as it's warm enough to put the surface on. And then the surfacing generally takes about 3 days because you have to let all of those layers dry and cure.
In between putting each one on.
Yeah, so a 3-day total process.
Oh,
We can surface a quart in 3 days.
So how many, if like just out of curiosity, how many quarts with like a 12-man crew could you guys pour in a day? Just one? Like, do you just do one job per day?
No, so those 12 guys are generally just doing the surfacing,
Okay.
and then we have different guys doing concrete.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Like you're subcontracting or whatever.
yeah, yeah. And when we're going out and each layer has to cure for a while, so we generally work on 2 jobs at a time. We try to group them together
Right.
That makes sense.
and make it more,
Yeah.
we're
Time
there.
efficient.
Yeah, be more efficient in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And so, each crew can usually do about 3 a week.
Okay.
Did the surfacing
yeah.
on 3 a week. And
3 separate locations.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you could probably knock a bunch out, like if you're doing a facility, right?
right, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. This is so interesting. I
Do you also
I
install?
want to come along one day. I just want to
Actually, we should,
see
as
it.
a podcast, we should go out
Yeah.
and
I just want to see this
See
process.
the whole process.
see the process and interview you while you're doing it, and you get to look at maybe some hot college guys.
Oh
that are-
yeah, gross.
They like to take their shirts off.
No, I do not want to have this conversation anymore. I don't
Or
like it.
you might get introduced to some old guy, that
Has money.
has money.
I did read something the other day because you know how I feel about dating super young.
Yeah.
But I read something that if you divide your age in half and then add 6 to that, that's as young as you should go. So I'm going to break it down. So I'm going to be almost 40. So I can go 20 plus 6, 26. If you were younger than 26, please do not go into my DMs.
Yeah, 'cause these guys might be out of your range then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would feel icky. I'm like, I could be your mom.
That's funny.
People do like to. We put the product down with big squeegees, 3-foot wide squeegees.
yeah.
So people
I've
really
seen
like to
videos.
watch us
Yeah.
go back and forth and
Yeah, because it's super cool. It's like you're just pushing
It's
along.
like mesmerizing.
pushing that pain.
The same as
Yeah.
like watching carpets get cleaned on
Exactly.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Zits getting popped on TikTok. All of
Gross.
those fun things.
Yeah, thanks for comparing us to Zip Poppy.
You're very welcome. That's so funny. You're just as mesmerizing as
Yeah, we are.
watching Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh, that's funny.
So, what was like the bougiest pickleball court
when
location
someone's-
or pickleball court itself?
Yeah, so this past summer up in Fruit Heights, we painted a court to look like Wimbledon.
Oh, wow.
So that it has like the lighter stripe and the darker stripes going down it.
Okay.
The guy had his post painted to look like the Wimbledon post. And
That's pretty cool.
so, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know how people like to play on it, but
Right.
yeah.
we've done them all over. We've gone up to Star Valley, Wyoming to do them, but
Where's that? I'm not familiar with Star Valley.
like Afton.
Yeah. After, so like on the way to Jackson
On the way to
Hole.
Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
But
did you not know that? I knew that.
but really, the cool thing about it is we're able to help people do something that they want in their backyard.
Yeah.
So when we finish, we're giving them a cool court, right?
Yeah.
Whatever colors they choose, whatever pattern, whatever add-ons they want to do to it is what they want. So it's kind of fun. All of our projects are different.
Yeah.
It's an investment, but it's a good industry because we're not like if your air conditioner goes out, like I got to put a heater in, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're at least excited to invest this into their property.
Yeah.
And
so when you say
something.
pattern, are you meaning like color combo, or are there actual like patterns that you have done?
Or designs within.
Yeah.
Color combos, we've done logos for people.
Oh yeah, logo stuff.
Yeah, we've done
Yeah,
a
I was
lot
like,
of
what
logos
kind of
and-
patterns did you?
How does that work? Because putting a logo, like it's easy putting it on a koozie or something, but expanding it out to a 10 feet or 5x8 or something like that. How does that work?
Yeah, there's been a few things where we've been able to figure out the calculations and measure something like a flag or the state of Utah. We did the old city Utah Jazz thing once.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's
And we were
cool.
able to figure out those measurements.
Do you grid it out
Yeah.
in a sense? Because I've seen big murals being done and they they section it off and then do it
Yeah, then we
individual
have to tape
grids.
it off and
Yeah.
the individual colors. You have to do each color separately, so you can't really like fade colors together. It's kind of a restriction we have.
Gotcha.
But for the more complex things, a couple of my high school buddies run a print shop.
Oh, perfect.
And so they can take a vector file
Yep.
of your logo
Yes.
and make us a stencil that will stick to the court.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's
And then we're
nice.
able to do logos that way as well.
That's awesome.
Oh, small businesses supporting small businesses.
Heck yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like because you've like known them from high school. Like
And my
that's
high
so
school
cool.
buddies, yeah.
Yeah, you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, Interform Graphics.
Interform Graphics, where are they out of?
They're in Centerville.
Okay.
Perfect.
And they just took over. They have a warehouse in Kaysville, just west of, north of Barnes Park.
Okay.
They took over where the Congo gym used to be there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They have their warehouse in there now, and
That's so cool.
so
That
yeah,
is cool.
I'm just a small customer for them. They have huge customers, and
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now you said you also do additions. Like what do you talk about adding additions? Like is that like gazebos off the court?
Fencing, lighting, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
yeah. So we can core drill if you already have a pad, or we can put the post sleeves in if you want the removable post and net. We can put in the basketball hoops,
Oh yeah.
lights, fencing.
So are you doing other sports courts beyond pickleball courts?
Yeah, we
then
can do
as well?
tennis.
Okay.
Most of the courts we do are what you consider a multi-sport. They'll have basketball lines.
Right. I've
So
seen
that they can. A lot of times we'll paint those basketball lines as we call them shadow lines. They're a little lighter,
Right.
so they're not so obtrusive when you're playing, and it doesn't
Right.
look like your kid's elementary gymnasium.
Yeah.
How many tennis courts have you done?
It's a fading sport, isn't it?
Not to a tennis player.
Yeah.
But
How many have we converted to 4 pickleball courts?
yeah, that's what I was.
That's a better question.
That's a better question, but that's why I'm saying when you said tennis courts, I was like, how many of the? I mean, can't be a lot, right?
Yeah, the ratio. There are a lot more pickleball
Right.
courts, and for instance, like at Salt Lake Community College, they had somebody re-pour the concrete, and they had 4 tennis courts to begin with, and we transferred 3 of them to become 12
Wow.
pickleball courts, and kept 1 as tennis.
I love that. I love that. Evil.
Eat it, tennis.
Yeah. Insert evil laugh.
Thanks for the courts, tennis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's already there. The
I mean, it
space
makes
is already
sense,
there.
right? You don't see a lot of people out there playing tennis,
Not well, yeah. I mean, not as many as you would.
like,
It's like
actual tennis.
right.
Like there, you'll see kids out there just smacking a ball around or something.
I guess
but-
up at like why can't I think of the name of the Mount Ogden? I've seen a lot of people playing tennis up there, but I'm usually there to play pickleball, and there's always a lot more people playing pickleball. But yeah, I mean, because usually you're just watching like singles tennis so it just seems like a lot more. But
Yeah, and we deal with a lot of people in their backyard, and a tennis court is 4 times as big as a pickleball court.
Right.
That's true.
So a lot of
Right.
people don't have the space to put in a tennis court, but they have enough to do a pickleball court.
right,
Yeah.
And fit it in and make it look nice in their
Yeah.
backyard still.
and pickleball's just better.
Yeah. So dimensions of pickleball court is right 44 by 22?
Just 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah, that's the actual playing area. But
And
you
then-
want to generally have a pad that's 30 by 60
30 by 60.
is a regulation, and then championship is 34 by 64.
Okay.
Oh wow,
So that gives you that's what the pros like to play on.
yeah.
Yeah.
we're always doing everything for the pros.
Right.
That's
funny.
a massive amount of space, especially for a backyard. So do people shorten that?
Yeah, all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
we can take a couple feet off of each side and adjust as needed, just so that we can make it work however they want. And
Yeah.
To be able to
but
get
giving
it-
up that back, especially space behind the back line. Right.
Well, when
Yeah.
Amanda and Levi were on, they were saying how her family had a court in California, and she mentioned that like they didn't have a lot of space.
That's
like,
right.
It was like they were returning the ball from the grass or something.
Yeah.
And their court has been in since the 80s or maybe early 90s,
90s
or
or
something
yeah.
like that for a really, really long time. So it was probably, before you had these like crazy serves where you have to kind of step 7 feet back
Yeah,
or something
right.
to return the ball.
Yeah.
So.
good for drilling.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
No,
That's a
that's
good
what I
way-
was already thinking when you were talking about like the space. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do something in my basement, just like a drilling court or something. Because I've taped so many courts. I know how to tape them, so I've thought about just like cleaning out my basement and then just doing like taping a court just for drilling.
That'd
But
be
then I was
cool,
like,
yeah.
I would need someone to drill it. Just get I have a ball machine, but I'm like, it might get a little risky down there.
Yeah.
The ball would be becoming really fast that close up. Just be working on blocks all day.
Yeah.
Get those reflexes going.
Yeah, exactly. That's fun. All right.
Trying to think, man, we've covered a lot of.
No. Oh, I think we
Oh.
only asked this before we got started, but
Yeah.
do you play pickleball?
Not as much as I would like,
Yeah.
but we work a lot of hours. And when I get home, it's pretty hard to tell my wife, hey, thanks for taking care of the kids all day.
And working on your grad degree.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm going to go play.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we spend a lot of time supporting our kids and their activities.
Yeah.
And,
Do any of them play pickleball?
I tried with my youngest two. I put them in over at the kitchen.
Oh, okay. In the
some of
junior
those
academy.
junior
and stuff.
academy leagues. And
Yeah. They just didn't
they
get
didn't
the
take.
itch. Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen some kids that
Playing
Start-
pro.
start to play pro pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but they liked soccer better. Well,
My
one of
boys
them.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I
your
have-
daughter the youngest?
My daughter is the second youngest.
Oh, okay.
And she was a gymnast, but she just turned 16 and got her license.
Oh.
So that could be a high and a low.
Yeah.
Now she's out driving and
Yeah.
thinks she needs to go everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she was a gymnast, and she's our skier.
Oh, okay.
She likes to go up skiing.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We still haven't let her drive up there yet because it's been a week.
Oh, she's only had her license for a
Yeah,
week?
she just turned 16.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a high and a low.
So it's
Like,
pretty
yeah.
stressful for us.
Yeah, I would imagine.
My oldest is in Brazil
On a mission.
on a mission.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
great.
He comes home in June, so we're excited about that.
Oh, that's big.
Our second one is he's a senior this year at Davis, and soccer tryouts. The last day's today, and
That's
so
where
he's
my son
exci-
goes to school, is Davis.
Yeah, so he's excited for his senior year of soccer.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then my daughter, and then my youngest is a 9th grader and
Nice.
getting ready for high school next year,
Yeah.
but still playing club.
Has your son, your senior, or that's going in to be a senior, has he been scouted already?
He has.
Yeah, that's exciting.
He had some good colleges talking to him,
Yeah.
and a year ago he was like, "I'm going to college to play soccer," and
Yeah.
recently he changed his mind and decided he's going to go on a mission. So he just got his mission call to Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Which
Yikes.
I mean, there's a lot of different options out there, but
Right.
all 4 of my kids are adopted, and he was actually born in San Antonio, so
Oh.
he's stoked to go home to
Oh,
Texas
wow.
and
that's cool.
go serve down there.
Okay, yes. I just got chills because that is the same for Britton and
Yeah.
Jamie's kids
Yeah.
are adopted. Yeah,
Yeah.
they talked about that. And when she told me their like adoption story, I like cried because I was like, I just love you guys so much. That's so neat.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Actually, I have so many questions now, but we don't have to get into all of that.
I know, I
Sorry.
should have brought my wife. Right?
Yeah, I want to talk about all of it next time. Next time we'll do it.
Yeah, we're happy to talk about it.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
Are they, the one question I do have is, are they all siblings by blood?
So my youngest 2 are half.
Oh, okay.
Same birth mom
Yeah.
and different dads, and they're
Okay.
11 months apart.
Okay.
So that was pretty
That's-
eye-opening for us.
yeah.
We're like, okay,
Yeah, like is that like Irish twins is what they call
they
them?
call it Irish twins. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that
interesting.
means?
Yeah.
I
They're
did
born
not
with,
know.
They're born within a year, so they're Irish
Gotcha.
twins.
We've taught you a lot on this podcast.
Hey, you know what? I was sheltered.
I
in Central
never would
Pennsylvania.
have known before.
Before
it
you
happened to
having
us.
your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's and have you had them all since they were babies?
Yeah.
That's great.
So my oldest, he was born in Heber City,
Okay.
and he was through LDS Family Services when
Yeah.
they still did adoptions.
Yeah.
And so he was placed with us when he was 2 days old.
Oh, I
And
love
then-
that.
And then our second is 18 months younger. We used a Utah adoption agency for him, and they tried to fly the birth moms to Utah to give birth because then you go by Utah law, which is pro-adoption.
Right.
But she didn't make her flight, and so he was born in San Antonio. And so we actually flew down there and spent 11 days in a hotel waiting for the paperwork to come through.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's a scary thing, I would imagine, because I'm imagining you guys were
Anxious
pretty
and-
young.
yeah.
Yeah, anxious. It's like, is this going to happen? What are we doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
there was
when we get our son. Yeah.
So we, interestingly enough, she wanted to meet us, so we went to the hospital when he was 1 day old and met his birth mom and him. And the hospital down there was pretty nervous to deal with the adoption, so they made her actually carry his baby seat out of the hospital so that she had possession,
Interesting.
even though we had like paperwork signed and
Yeah.
everything. And
They just did not want to carry the liability of something.
and she was in a tough situation. We actually had to drive her home from the hospital
Oh,
and take her home and drop her off and say, "We hope you're going to do okay, but we're taking your kid now."
yeah. Best of
Essentially.
luck.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
man, so
that's
ugh.
heartbreaking too. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
that was
heartbreaking.
that was an
and
experience.
Yeah, it's like heartwarming because you get a new family member.
Uh-huh.
That's so great for you.
Yeah.
And then also like leaving this,
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's 2 years to our daughter, and she made the flight, and she was born in West Valley out at Pioneer Valley Hospital. I think it's changed now. And then we got the call 9 months later and said she's pregnant. We're like, okay.
Oh,
And she ended up being later than she thought, but she came out, and my youngest son was born out here, and my wife was able to go in and be there for the C-section. So that was really cool.
wow.
Oh, that's
what
really
a neat
cool.
experience.
Yeah, she loved that.
Yeah.
Being able to be in there.
I find it funny.
So now I
really
probably
cool.
shared too much about our
No,
adoption.
I'm thank you for sharing. That's so interesting. I love learning. I mean, we've learned a lot of things on this podcast about people's personal lives, and I love it. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's so neat. I think adoption is so amazing, and like, your children are lucky to have you guys because they might have not been in a good situation.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah, we don't know their situation, but
yeah,
it's such a blessing for us because we wanted to be parents and
right. That's
and
so
weren't
great.
able to, and so to be able to adopt and go through all that has been great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure, and to be able to have them since like they were born is so
Yeah.
great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a whole different set of situations that they go through. I mean, to be able to have to figure that out when
Right.
why was I adopted and was
Yeah.
I not wanted, or what was the purpose behind
Right.
all of that? And
Yeah.
Those are tough questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes you probably just can't answer them,
yeah,
to the extent that they probably want, right?
yeah.
Or when they're searching for those. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That is hard.
But we've had open adoptions, so they know of their birth parents, or at least their birth moms, and the youngest two have actually met their birth mom.
Oh, wow.
It was a few years ago, like a year or two after COVID, and
Oh, okay.
that was kind of hard for them. They were nervous. We went out to California where she was and
Yeah.
met her. So
Well, it's nerve wracking. You
Yeah.
don't know what kind of relationship you're supposed to have
Why
with
wouldn't
this
it
person.
not be?
What would you
or
say
should
to
I have
them?
any? Yeah. What do you say?
Yeah.
What do you not say? Yeah.
yeah, and the misunderstanding, like my son that was born in Texas, we were going down to a soccer tournament in Las Vegas, and like, hey, your birth mom wants to come watch you play, and he wasn't too excited about it, and we couldn't figure out why. And it wasn't until just recently that he was like, well, why was she trying to come take me back?
Aw.
And we're like, no, she just wanted to come meet you.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to.
But
take
then
you
that's
back.
like a fear. Yeah. It's like, well, no, I'm in this great life. I have this great family. I
Yeah.
don't want to be taken away from it, and not knowing like the whole legality of it. and
Yeah.
things. Or even when they're, there's shows that we've all watched where you see like the legality of it be taken away.
yeah,
Like being kind of stripped of it. So then there's always that like kind of fear in the back of, I'm sure, your head or their head in some
Yeah.
regard. So making sure you guys did it all legally and the right way. Like your 11 days were probably spent like, you better make sure this is all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We had a good lawyer that we used for it, and
Yeah.
he made sure everything was on track, and even one of the agencies is like, hey, you tell your lawyer that we don't need this? And we're like, well, why is he asking for it then? If he's asking for it, don't we need that?
Yeah.
Turns out that agency ended up having problems down the road. So we were grateful for our lawyer. And
that they knew what they were doing.
he was making sure that everything was by the book and done right.
Yeah. So that's the moral of that story is make sure you get a good lawyer when you take someone's baby.
Exactly.
You said it first. You said we're taking your baby, so I had to use that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, yeah, that was great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think I have any.
Well, what's an average cost of a pickleball court?
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're starting from,
So I guess a basic one, right? Obviously there's additions and variations in colors and, that kind of stuff. But
yeah, it's been pretty crazy since COVID. Everything
That's true.
pretty much doubled in price.
Yep.
What about the last year?
Um,
Has it been hard to get product and things with?
Yeah, some of the transportation fees have gone up for the trucking and whatnot to get it shipped into us. That's gone up, but like a rebar court, kind of a basic one, would probably start around $20,000 for the concrete, and then you're looking at around $8,000 more for the surfacing.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow.
And so that's just like basic using a portable net, not adding anything else like that.
That's with a portable net.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's more to put the post sleeves in and the
Yeah.
and that's even some of the less expensive portable nets. Some of the nets now, the portable nets are way better than they used to be.
Right.
There used to be some pretty
Janky
flimsy ones that
that
would collapse, and you try to move them and push them, they would collapse.
It'd barely be windy outside. I had one of those.
Right.
Like barely windy, like especially during COVID because they took nets down, and that's right when I started playing. And I was so excited, and then they took nets down, and I was like, I'm bringing my own net. And so I did, and then it would just like fall.
Yeah. But we're pretty lucky here in Utah, especially locally. We have C&D who are in Layton now.
Yep.
We use Dominator who are down in Linden.
Okay, I think I have seen, They
have some good ones. And so pretty lucky in that manner.
C&D nets are really nice. I used them when I worked for the National Pickleball.
Gotcha.
Their nets are really good.
And we should try to have them on too.
Yeah. That's really, I'm curious. And then do you guys, if somebody wanted to put in a court at their house and they did want fencing or lighting, like I mentioned earlier, do you guys kind of contract that out, or is
so we can add the basketball hoops. We put in the Dominator hoop. We feel like it's the best hoop on the market. It's aluminum, so it's not going to rust on you. The lifting mechanism is inside the pole, so that it doesn't ever rust. And, you deal with some of those other ones that deal with a shock or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
They get really hard and stiff to use. We use the Dominator lights, and then we use Dominator nets. We use C&D nets as well.
Interesting.
And then we can do fencing as well,
Yeah.
Like the kitchen pickler, we did all their fencing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when
they're all plate mounted, so
Right.
they're surface mounted.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't imagine core drilling that many holes and putting the posts in if we were to concrete them in. But
Right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. Did you put up all the big netting in the kitchens too?
no,
Like from the ceiling?
Britain's done all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love that. To be honest, I
Yeah.
love that. And I kind of upset that Pickler doesn't have something like that.
Yeah, because you're just constantly,
Well, not constantly, but yeah.
sometimes having to like stop a game because your ball goes over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
those
that's a
nets are
whole nother deal trying to figure out how far do we go without making it look so enclosed and cluttered,
Yeah.
Right.
but still keep an open,
Right.
nice professional look. You
Right.
know, those guys have on both sides have a lot to figure out.
That is true.
We've put ball containment netting on outdoor courts. We can put in posts and put that same type of netting so that the ball doesn't go over your fence and into your neighbor's yard.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That would be so annoying. That would be the annoying part of Then you just have a bucket of balls and just ask your neighbor to throw it back over
Right.
before they mow
Yeah.
their lawn.
Just hope
or
they don't have a
something.
dog.
Yeah, my dog loves pickleballs. He loves any ball, so I don't keep them around because he becomes obsessive. Yeah, so definitely pickleballs. But
Yeah. So what's the most unique color scheme that you've guys put down? And like, if it's really radical, do you try to steer the customer away from certain colors?
So I do. There's a bright red that you can see from outer space. I'm convinced because like the kitchen uses red,
correct,
but it's not the bright red.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
it's
like
almost
a
like
rust.
a maroon.
Yeah.
But we've done one that was bright red on an ice blue border.
Oh my God.
And I think you can see that one from outer space. The problem with it too, other than being bright, is they get dirty and then they look dingy, and it doesn't look as good.
Right. Well, and it's your name that's kind of tied to that too.
Yeah.
So you kind of want it to like look good and keep up.
True.
But I'm just curious. I feel like did they do the bright red with the ice blue? I feel like there's a sports team that is that color, and I cannot think of it.
Blue and red?
It doesn't matter.
know.
Anyways, I just wondered if maybe they were like, oh, I really like the Falcons. I know it's not the Falcons, guys, but
no, they were really patriotic. I remember that they had a big flag, and they wanted to try to kind of match it. But I was like, this is not the right blue. You should have gone with a darker blue.
Yeah.
We've done one that was almost a yellow as the border, and it had orange and like a light blue on it.
What the heck?
It was pretty bright.
Well,
you would lose the ball.
Well, exactly. That's what they're like. I'm sick of people telling me I'm hitting my balls are going out. Now they'll never know.
And they were still doing their landscape, and I tried to talk her out of it, and at
She
least
still
wait.
went with it.
And it got, they were bringing in sod and dirt, and then they got dirty, and so then they had to try to clean it.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess you can just power wash it off.
Yeah, you have to be real careful with a power washer because
Yeah.
it can damage the surface. If you notice, like Pickler in the kitchen, they use Tennant, like the floor cleaners that have the brush on it, and then it has the vacuum. For outdoor courts, you want to keep your sprinklers adjusted so it's not spraying secondary water on it where it evaporates, it leaves stains on it.
Gotcha.
But rain helps to clean them off. And then you can spray it down. There's water brooms and stuff like that you can use to clean it.
Yeah. Huh. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a lot to maintain. That's why I live in a
does.
townhouse, though. I don't want to maintain anything.
Yeah, it's like
You want to have a yard.
Yeah.
What would be better, just playing pickleball at an outdoor court or have one in my backyard and not have to mow grass?
I think that's
but I like
hard.
mowing grass.
Yeah.
I like yard work
Weird.
when it's my house, not anything. No
It's
one
like,
else's.
well, I got some work for you to do around here.
A little easier to get on a court in your backyard than.
Well, that's what I was just going to
True.
say, though. But I think it would be nice when you have like little private groups. And obviously, if you have the money and you have the space and you have like, the friends to do that.
True.
That's great. But then also, like, sometimes you want to play with more people, or you want to play, like, you usually are playing in like bigger groups or in leagues or tournaments. And so I'm just curious, these people that are putting in courts, how often they are really using them. You know what I mean? Like,
and how much do they really like their neighbors?
Yeah.
Because of the sound.
The sound. Well, I've played at somebody's house that's like a block away from the Pickler in Kaysville, and we did stop. I think it was like right before 10, and I think that was kind of an agreement he had with his neighbors. And his court is so nice. But yeah, and then we did have a ball that went over the fence, I remember. But most of it was really nice. But it was just 4 of us, and which was great.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was actually with Amanda and Levi.
Oh, okay.
Taylor too as well, and his court was so nice. But I was like, I wonder if I would like this. I just wonder. Those people, I'm curious how often they're really using their own court.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those people are the people that play in the city courts, so they're going and waiting in line versus actually having a reservation at an indoor facility.
True.
And so if you're not paying for the indoor facility and reserving that time, and you're trying to play at an outdoor court where you have to wait,
right?
Well,
and don't get me wrong. If I had the space and the money, I would have a court in. I'd have 2. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely would, because it sounds amazing, and to be able to drill at home, and especially people who have kids. Like, I think I've talked to some people in our pickleball community. They have 4 young kids, and so it's hard for them to go to a facility and then also watch all their children and stuff. So she's like, it's nice because we can just drill here and both her and her spouse play. So she's like, we can drill at home and not feel like we're away from our kids and not worry that our kids are running amok in the facility.
Getting into somebody's way.
Yeah. So then that's nice for them too. Everybody has their own reasons for it. So there's a couple for you guys. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't.
Okay. So what are your socials? Like, where can people find you guys? And
Yeah. Our website is utahcourtsurfacing.com.
okay.
And same thing on Instagram and
Can we see pictures of that tennis or the Wimbledon themed?
Did you guys
have
post that?
pictures of
It's
that?
on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
very
I'm gonna have to look
curious.
that up.
Yeah, I want to go in and look. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
Okay, Utah.
I'm
court
curious
surfing.
of, maybe you can't disclose, but like, how much did that cost?
For the Wimbledon court.
Yeah.
So he did pour post tension.
Okay.
So that's post tension courts maybe like 1.5 times as much as a rebar court. So it's more restrictive for some of the people putting in their backyard. And then it's a custom job and custom colors, and so it takes extra time to paint those
For sure.
lines like that. So it was a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
like double, just double.
I wish it was double. It wasn't quite double.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
we were able to work with him, and we got to figure out the width of the lines of the different colors, and we made those line up with the pickleball lines.
Right. It's probably really rewarding at the end of that. Like, it was probably a pain in the ass, to be honest, right? Like, it probably just
was. A lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And it's like, well, you want to also make them happy because they're your customer. But then also, like, well, if we do this, then other people are going to expect us to do it. And it's a lot of work, too. But I feel like there's probably all those little things that are going on in your head. But then at the end of it, you're just like, oh my gosh, look at us. We did such a good job.
Yeah, and that's the good thing. One of the good things about what we do is we're able to go in and like I said, we're helping somebody put in something into their yard that they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're willing to invest
Right.
in and
are
help them
excited
choose
about.
the colors and the different aspects of it and what they can add to it. And when we're done, they're super excited. They
Yeah.
want to play, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, it's way different than like me picking between a 25 or a 50-gallon water heater and not being excited for
Right,
either of the
for
costs
either.
of those.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's
so it's a little funner to put in a pickleball court than have to report your driveway or something like that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Plus, you're helping pass on trade to young college students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case their degree falls out, they have something to lean back on.
Yeah, I like to say that I've created 3 or 4 doctors because they no longer want to do this hard work. Like we're going, my nephews, I've used a bunch of my nephews, and one of them's nearly done with his medical school now.
Oh,
and
wow.
Another one's just starting, and so I'm like, I'm taking credit for that. 'Cause
They're like,
it
we
works
do
for
not
me,
want
and-
blue-collar work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I know,
not
that's
fair.
why I didn't go into it.
Yeah.
I was like, screw that. But then I joined the military.
Yeah.
That-
Whatever.
You like
Yeah.
being yelled at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
eventually do the yelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's definitely rewarding what we do, and
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
and different projects with each house, and
That has to be the
court
most
is
rewarding.
different. Is so
Because
it's
if you were
not.
just doing the same thing constantly over and over, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Being able to put in different designs and, new additions and stuff.
Different colors.
Different
and
colors.
on different property. And,
Yeah. Everything is like brand,
Yeah.
That's
just a
fun.
new project. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I have brothers that are computer programmers, and I was just like, that's not for me.
Yeah. Do you know, I had sent a text to my sister literally right before we started recording. We were talking about my work. And I just said, it's just crazy that you spend most of your young adulthood like learning, like, building your career, going to school with, trying to get and make more money and more money. And then I'm like, for what? And here I am. And I'm like, I'm 40 years old and I want to start all over. So I'm like, ooh, should I build pickleball courts? Should I be a computer programmer? Anything you mentioned right now, I'm like, should I? Should I be a doctor?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat
yeah.
after retiring from the Air Force.
Seems like a midlife
like,
crisis.
Yeah. What do I do?
We talked about that a year ago or almost a year ago because you retired. You've been retired for just over a year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. November was January was the 1 year mark. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean,
You'd rather be back in the military?
Yeah, to be honest.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, it just feels, I don't know, the sense of having a mission is amazing.
Yeah.
Being able
Don't
to
feel that working for a government contractor.
No, not to the level that I was,
Yeah.
at. I was a senior NCO,
Yeah.
running a shop and making sure my airmen were taken care of and building them and watching them grow and, everything like that. It was
Yeah.
very rewarding. And the mission
Sorry
that I was
that you're
doing.
not
So,
feeling that now.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I started a pickleball apparel company, and that's why we started a podcast.
Yeah, so
that
we
way I
have
can
purpose.
get my purpose somewhere else.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. And since my 15-year-old doesn't care anymore, I no longer have that purpose of, my buddy,
My buddy.
He's
now you're like, why did we get a new job? Sitting at the lagoon parking lot.
right.
That's where you're going to spend the whole summer.
Oh, it's
Driving
gonna
down
be
there.
amazing.
Actually, he'll be able to take a bus.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have don't they have like a bus that literally just goes to Lagoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
For
don't know where the
children?
pickup spots are at.
Well, figure it out.
Yeah,
You're going to figure it out real quick. You're going to wait one more hour, one more time, and you're going to figure out that bus schedule, I guarantee you.
Well, he turns 16 in August.
Oh, that's
But he'll
right.
start school. But my brother's
August
giving
is a
him his
long ways
truck,
away. That's
so
6 months away.
That is, yeah.
You got the whole summer. That's good.
Yeah, your whole summer is going to... You do not want to be waiting in that pickup line at Lagoon. Have you done that?
Yeah,
Good
it's
thing you're
horrible.
retired.
Huh?
It's a good thing you're retired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I got options. But,
I've been on the
yeah.
phone with several different friends at several different times over the years where they are literally waiting to pick up their children, and they've gotten so mad because their kids won't come out of the park because they were on one last ride or
One last ride, or
last
they're
ride.
like stopping seeing a friend and
yeah,
now chatting.
grabbing a treat or yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. But then again, how many times did I make him wait, in the grocery store or something like that where he'd rather be doing something else?
Oh, that was nice of you.
So
I got to play just one more game.
Yeah, one more
That's
game of
true.
pickleball.
that's true.
Bringing it back to
sure that's
pickleball,
never
Chad.
No,
Yeah,
no.
never.
He's never like looking at me playing another one.
Or the other night you had him cleaning at the kitchen.
Yeah, well, he wanted to because he wanted to make extra money.
Yeah.
So.
He was vacuuming. Did he say that he had never vacuumed before? Did I hear
No,
him say
he's
that?
vacuumed before, but
Okay.
but he's like, how do I vacuum? I'm like, you vacuum like you do at home. He's like, yeah, but do I make straight lines and do I go over it twice? I was like, do whatever you feel that's necessary to make it look clean or make it clean. And he's like, yeah, well, I just need simple instructions, something I don't have to think about. I was like, well, I'm not doing that. Think about it.
Well,
Use your brain.
You should have engaged your military background and told him
He doesn't
exactly
like-
how to do
He
it.
does not like when I do that, especially the spear
It
finger.
sounds like he was asking for it. Sounds like he was asking for exactly that.
In a way, he was, because I'm trying to get him to understand that after high school you need to find a trade, go to college, or join the military. He's like, well, I just want something I don't have to think. I can just do. I'm like, well, then
We all want that.
you're joining.
we all want that
You're
same.
joining the military then.
Yeah.
I was like, but it sounds awesome up to a point, especially when you're learning your job. It sounds good, but then hopefully you're like me, which he's nothing like me to a degree. He'll want to improve his job knowledge and then push himself beyond his boundaries of becoming a trainer or whatever he does. So I'm hoping that's what it comes down to, because we
Sounds like
want
he
the
doesn't
best for
want
our
a
kids.
job.
We want to push them beyond their comfort zone early, so they
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
exactly. He's just not there yet. And whatever I say is like, whatever, Dad.
Yeah.
You know all about that, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so frustrating.
Starting them at 13 or 14 to go work a 12-hour day, they don't enjoy that too much.
Oh, I bet not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
In the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to somebody at work about this today. So my mom and dad were like slave drivers. They love like having an immaculate yard. And so and I was telling this person about like Mother's Day weekend was always come over to the house. We got a project for you. And the project was like pouring like slate or not slate, slag or bark and laying bark everywhere, like pulling weeds, like rototilling up like a garden, like the not fun stuff. Like none of that sounds fun to me. People are like, I love gardening, and not me when you have to go through hard dirt. But yeah, and I was like searching for a job at 14. I was like, get me out of here. Cause if I can go do an actual job, I don't
Yeah.
have to be here doing yard work. And then, the year after my mom died, my sister and I both went to my dad's to do yard work that whole weekend. And my dad was like, we're literally scraping or shoveling off bark into like wheelbarrows out of his truck. And he's like, you know what I just thought of? He's like, the neighbors are all going to think that I was the slave driver and it was your mom. And now people are going to think it's me. And I was like, I know. So next year, why don't you hire somebody to do this? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Well, that's too damn bad.
yeah, exactly.
Holes, right? From movie Holes, yeah.
Exactly. It's so funny. But yeah, that's how I knew I wasn't going to do manual labor.
Yeah.
So I went and became a sandwich artist at Subway. Anyways, yeah.
No, I miss working with my hands because I did a lot of that in the military. So now I sit behind a desk and emails and
You're using your hands.
To a degree. I mean, I move my mouse, then I'm on my phone, I'm like, no.
Oh,
No.
so funny.
Well, like I said before, it's the golden handcuffs, right? Because I'm making 6 figures now and, plus my retirement and all that stuff. And it's nice, cushy job, flexible with the hours and stuff like that. So
I need a cushy job.
but it's just boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would die for boring right now.
Really? All right. We'll trade.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you sound like you, I would love to, fire people.
I don't get to fire anybody.
you don't?
Mm-mm.
That sounds kind of
Still
I
a
do-
problem.
semi-enjoyable.
I do HR for the government.
Uh-huh.
And I mostly work in the hiring office.
Oh.
I did work. When I worked on base for many, many years, I did for I think 5 years I was over the student trainee program on base. So if they violated their contract, I would fire them. But it was very simple, and it was non-adverse. It was hey, you didn't meet the GPA requirements. You weren't enrolled in school full time or part time.
Yeah.
So it was very much they knew it was coming. That's very easy to fire somebody. Hey, you depantsed each other at work. That's not allowed. So we did have to let 2 people go for that, and that was so awkward because I'm like, this is funny, but also you can't do it. You're not allowed to do that. Why would you guys do that at work? You're adults.
Yeah.
But they were also children because they were 18 years old, goofing around.
I'm sure you deal with that on the job site, right?
Dude.
The ask grabbing and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
All men, yeah. Just toying around. That's funny.
Yeah. I guess here's a question, and I know we're probably, but this is going to be good. Do you have any traditions that you do for each pickleball court? Do you initial at a put something in concrete that, doesn't get seen, but that.
But it's there? Your
Yeah,
thumbprint?
not on every one, no.
No.
We figured it's their property. We'll let them.
Well, something that's not visual, because every missile site that I went to, I did something. So I'm not going to say, but
There'll have to be something we'll add now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so I think so every house that my brother would build in the frame of the wall or something on the inside, he would stencil a name or something like that,
Or it's never going to be seen.
It's never going to be seen,
But I can understand that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Or any sort of a ritual.
Or within your concrete itself, do you put your logo? Do you have a rubber coated that you would install into the concrete? That way you're also branding the courts that you do.
Yeah, the concrete that would get covered over with the coating.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
acrylic,
something
so-
that you can inlay into the actual top part of the
we
concrete.
could. We haven't done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there. Offering up all the
He's
business
yeah,
ideas.
throw that one
Yeah.
out.
Never going to think about that again.
But I think we're doing good enough because a majority of our jobs that we get are referrals from other customers. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
keep them
you're
happy.
killing it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I love it.
obviously Utah's growing, but it's going to, maybe not. I would say it would cap at some point, right? Are you looking to expand outside of the state? You said you've done some in Wyoming or Colorado, sorry.
Yeah.
Are
And
you looking to go
Henderson, Nevada.
south or
Is that because it's
West?
with the pickler that you've kind of contracted with them to do
We've done a
those
few out of
facilities?
state for them. One of the Colorado ones was one of their first ones before they started doing the traveling cruise.
Is that Loveland?
Yeah. And I traveled a lot when I was younger for the work that we did. We had warehouses in California, Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, are you guys interested in being involved in building the courts out of state? And there's a lot that goes into it and a lot of material. And I was just like, we're going to stick here local.
Yeah.
stick
Well, when
with
you
our-
mentioned the process too,
Yeah.
that's, you do the concrete, then you leave, and then you come back in 30 days, and then it's another 3 days. And
Yeah, I mean, if you
That's a
think
lot.
about shipping all the fencing that's at the Kaysville Pickler or
true.
trying to
Right.
source that locally and
That's
the amount of
true.
paint that it is, and
oh, wow.
you got to get a grinder out there. You either got to ship one and go grind it, or you got to hire somebody and make sure they do it right.
Right.
And there's a lot that goes into it and a lot that can go wrong.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say it could be a logistical nightmare
Yeah.
in some cases. Yeah.
And
more than you want to manage?
yeah, it was more than we wanted to get into, and
Yeah. That makes sense.
we want to stay close
Yeah.
to home. I'm at that
I
age
like it.
where
Yeah. Well, your kids, like you said, are all in sports. They're kind of in like the developing
they're all
years of like
teenagers
becoming
and-
adults, and you
Yeah.
want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. And right before your son's going on a mission, you want to spend all that extra
Right?
time with him. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see that.
He'll tell you how excited he is to work with me this year.
He's like, can I go on that mission early? He's like, do I have to have a senior year?
Yeah. I'm
So
kind of
wait, sorry. He got his mission call before his senior year of high school even starts?
Before it's over.
Oh,
He graduates
finishing-
in-
Oh,
yeah.
boys soccer's spring.
It's
That's
spring,
right. Okay,
yeah.
I was getting I was getting it backwards. I was thinking he was already trying out for next fall, but that's girls soccer.
Yeah,
That's in
girls
fall.
is in the
Okay,
fall.
all right.
Yeah.
Today was the last day of tryouts for Davis, where he's going.
And does he usually find out on the day of, or will he not know till tomorrow?
Well, he's a senior, so they already
Oh,
know.
Yeah,
but
he kind of knows he's
it's-
getting it. He would have
It's when you're a freshman, sophomore that you're really not sure if you're going to make the team.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't make it as a
Well,
sophomore,
congratulations.
A lot of times you don't come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
true.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for my son's first paycheck, when he sees taxes.
There's some lessons to be learned there.
Yeah, that utter disappointment. And, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
They took half my paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To adulthood.
Yeah.
It's the worst hood I've ever been in. God.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
coming on.
Thank you
Really
so
appreciate
much.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
such an interesting process. I really I guess we play on these courts. I play, 5, sometimes 7 days a week. I just never
Yeah.
think about the process and how long it takes and how much effort and work goes into it. So thank you for your contribution to my hobby.
Yeah. You're absolutely welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing and
Yeah.
wearing out those courts
Yeah,
so that we
you
have to go
can
back and redo them.
resurface.
Heck yeah. I'll wear them out more. Just scuffle,
Yeah, with my little foot shuffle that I
Yeah,
do.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
We go in, we can tell where everybody plays. It's at the kitchen line and what side.
Which is great. I remember, so it was maybe a year or two after the shed. Those those ones wore through pretty quick. So I mean, you could just tell like how much people were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they resurfaced
Yep.
a darker purple because they went with a light purple initially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you remember. you were mixing that paint in the snow in the snowstorm.
Yep.
So
We resurfaced it once for Brian, and then I think he's not involved with the shed anymore, and somebody else has
Yeah.
redone it since
yeah.
then.
Did you
Okay.
end up doing Pickle Academy then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When they
yeah.
first built that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they went with the darker purple, and it's nice. I love that dark purple
Yeah.
with the gray and white. It's really nice.
Yeah,
I like
I
that
like
color
that. That is a-
combo almost the best,
I
but
agree.
I do love purple. I should have made that purple.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Yeah. And you'll notice that most of them have gray as the border color. That's because
Mm-hmm.
gray does the best job of hiding dust and dirt. And
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
so
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so what's your favorite color combo before we get off? Now that we did talk,
I have a small indoor court in a detached garage that I'm building.
Oh, okay.
And I did gray and light blue the first time. And then the second time that I did it, obviously it's mine, so I can redo it whenever I
Yeah.
want. I did gray and charcoal gray.
Oh,
okay, nice.
It's
Actually,
kind of cool. looking,
yeah, that is nice. Cool.
Huh.
You did like a small, like just a half court, or did you do
Yeah.
just
So
a
the
condensed version?
So the first time we kept the kitchen line per spec so that you get the real fill.
Right.
And then the second time I did it as a futsal court
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
my son was using it the most. He's out there
Yeah.
kicking a ball.
Right.
And
then you just bring
they
in,
didn't get
like,
into
the
the
line.
pickleball as much.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I
yeah.
like that. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
thank
is
you
so
for having me.
interesting. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to have you and your wife back so she can talk to us about all mental health things that
Yeah.
she's done. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, and to all the listeners, make sure you like and hit the subscribe button. If you could, please, it would help us a lot.
Yeah. And follow Utah Court Surfacing on Instagram.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And reach out to him if you need a pickleball court.
Yeah.
Or if you want to pay for one in my backyard, that'd be
Nobody's
awesome.
gonna do that.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
We can start a GoFundMe for that.
There we go. Kickstarter.
There you go. All right.
right.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.